Hello, everybody. This is Lebepe, and you are watching Life After Death. This is a show where we talk about personal finance and financial freedom. Basically, we show you ways and means by which you can come out of debt and live a financially free life. This show, Life After Death, is actually based on my book, which I wrote and which is entitled Life After Death. You can get yourself a copy of this book for more details of what I'm going to be sharing about on this show by simply following the instructions that will follow throughout the course of this episode. On today's episode, I want to talk to you about how to get out of debt, and this is going to be part 1. Make sure to follow the other parts on the same title of how to get out of debt. And to start out on part 1 of how to get out of debt, you can actually get out of debt by using a system that I call adjustments and cancellation. It's called adjustments and cancellation. So this is a system where you adjust your expense adjustments and cancellation. It's a very powerful way of quickly getting out of debt. Remember, for a lot of people actually think that for you to get out of debt, you need some extra income, because you are already struggling, to pay off all your debts. And a lot of people feel like, I wish I can just get a raise. I wish I can get a salary increase so that I can use that increase, to pay off the debts that I'm already struggling to pay. So what do you do in case the increase is not there, the increase is not coming? You can simply apply this method that I call expense adjustments and cancellation. So what you do is you put down all your expense items under each subheadings that I've provided on the expense account, and you go through those expenses one by one, starting with your accommodation, your transportation expenses, and your groceries, and your gym membership subscription expenses and fees. Then what you look at is, when you look at the expense account, you then say to yourself, which one of these expenses can I adjust and which ones can I cancel? Because if you can cancel a particular expense and no longer incur it on a monthly basis, guess what we have just done? You have now created an extra amount of money by canceling that expense, which you can then use to pay off your debt. So that's exactly what you do. On your expense account, you look at those expenses and those line items that you know very well you can either adjust. Adjust means you can sort of reduce how much you spend on that particular item so that the difference is what you use to pay off your debt, or you can simply cancel it out. Let me give you another practical example. You can look at your membership fee, for example. Maybe you are paying a membership fee for a gym of 800, and you can decide that I'm going to either leave this gym and go to a cheaper gym, and instead of paying 800 for gym A, I'll go and pay 400 for gym B, and then I'll save 400 rands to actually use that to pay off my debt. You get that? The other way could be maybe if you are paying a travel agency, for your holidays and so forth. You could simply look at that and say, wow, I'm spending about 1,200 on a premium monthly for this travel agency. I'm simply going to unsubscribe, cancel, and save that 1,200 and use that to actually pay off my debt. You can also say that I'm going to cancel that membership subscription fee with the travel agency of 1,200, and then I'm going to use 700 to pay off my debt, and I'm going to put 500 in a savings account. And if I do that every month, then I will use the total amount of money that I would have saved at the end of the year and use that to travel without using a travel agency. So that's a method where you either cancel an expense or you adjust a particular expense so that you can create a difference through which you can use that difference to then pay off your debt. So that's a model we call adjustment and cancellation. And in this part 1 of how to cancel debt, I wanted to share with you just how to do that. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me more as I show you more ways of how you can get out of debts. Remember to also place an order for a copy of my book, Life After Debts, by following the instructions that are on the screen, and we will be sure to deliver that book right to your doorstep and make sure it is in your hands. And I tell you, your life will never be the same again.
We hope that you've been impacted by this broadcast. To order a copy of Life After Death, send us a WhatsApp or SMS text message to 071 352 4581. You can also request a list of other books by Lucky Lebepe via the same contact. Be sure to subscribe to Lucky Lebepe YouTube channel for more episodes. Life After Death, a guide to financial freedom.